Alright guys, welcome back to the Bad No Boy Variety channel. Today's video, what we're going to be doing is, as you can tell by the title, Territories of the Buckethead Empire. This is going to be following my video called You Will Not Understand My Battles Unless You Watch This Video, which is where we went over the history of the Buckethead Empire. They have a comical name, but what they do is not comical. It's actually very serious. So since I didn't use a globe in the last video, I didn't feel it was necessary to remake that video. So I'm just going to be making a video using the globe and stating where they started and all the land that they captured. So this globe is not very accurate. As you can see, on most of the continents, it's very dry. So like the United States, it's all desert. That's not true. Now Africa, that would be right, but still Africa even had more green than this. A lot of Asia's desert, which is not true. Europe's really the only thing that's kind of the green color. But we don't really need that. We're not going over that. We're going over the land right now. So this doesn't divide the United States up into states. So we're just going to start wherever the states are that they started in. So like I said, they started out like a two-person gang here. I'm going to zoom in here on the United States. So, probably about over here towards the Washington, California area is where they're going to start, in a city somewhere there. Now, you know, as they're growing, you know, they're baffling people that they're destroying the police force, and they're two guys, and they're gaining more members. So then they start capturing the United States after they've just completely subdued subdue is the word? I don't know. After they've completely ruined the army and made them bow down to them, they started taking most of the United States. So most of the United States is under occupation by the Buckethead Empire. They start moving into a little bit of Mexico, right here. This is not touched. Canada is not touched. They go up to Alaska. Almost to the point where the Beringia land bridge back in, like, many thousands of years ago, where early peoples migrated from Asia across Beringia into North America. They kind of went up to that point. That's about right here. So after that, they start getting boats, stolen boats, because they basically conquered all of North America. And this is amazing that gang is doing this, but they basically become an army now. They become the government, basically, just like Hitler did. They move across the Atlantic, the North Atlantic Ocean, and they arrive on the coast of Portugal, right here. They take all that. After they're done with that, they start moving farther into Spain, which is right here. Then they move up into France. France is right here. They're gonna move in up into there. They're gonna, like I said, they're gonna slowly capture bars of land as they work their way up to France. Capture part of England, but they leave the rest alone. They don't do anything with Ireland or Scotland. But they do take interest in that eventually. They do take Ireland. So, Germany. They move into there. They start taking part of it, but they leave it alone. And they move into the they move into the Netherlands first, which are right here where my finger is. It's gonna be right on that part of Germany there. And then they move into a little bit of Germany. Then they skip that, round to Poland, then into Ukraine a little bit. So Poland took a while to take. So Poland took a while to take there. And weren't able to take all that right away. So then I move up to Sweden here. Sweden is towards the top there. See this little strip of land? That's Sweden. And Norway. And then Denmark. So then part of the Ukraine, like I said. And they moved down here to Czechoslovakia. They take part of that. Basically what I mean by take is they're going into these places and they're saying, you bow down to us or we're going to destroy you. They didn't get much resistance. Well, Romania, stuff like that. Italy, they didn't touch that. But Bulgaria was touched. They took that. They didn't really focus much on Africa. They won't focus much on that. They didn't focus much on Arabia either. But sort of what I talked about in our past video yesterday, where this Russia here, this little line, this is where the Russians went to decide how to stop this. But the Bucketheads formed a line. Many lines, a gentleman war style, like in the Revolutionary War, they formed many lines along here. There's so many of them that the Russians just could not happen. They retreated back here into the Russian cities. They didn't focus much on anything around the Caspian Sea, like Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. And then they didn't do much with Asia either. But Asia and stuff, they will be sending relief forces. Now the resistance is starting to form. Polish resistance and French resistance, just like in World War II. There's also German resistance, but this is where the Nazi Fourth Reich is starting to become. They're starting to join the Bucketheads, and the Bucketheads are starting to trick them. Greenland, as well as all of South America, been left alone. And all the Great Lakes and stuff like that, any of the things around there. And that's going to be it. Australia, all this stuff down here is left alone. So, that is going to be it for today's video. I just figured I'd put that video out there explaining that. That's going to be it for today's video. Please leave a like and subscribe. The next video that we'll be making could be an ASMR video, or it could be a first fight of this channel. We'll see what I decide to come to on there. That's going to be it for today's video. Please leave a like and subscribe.